Oh, hello everyone, how are we doing today? Uh, Another Overwatch button mapping guide, this time featuring Roadhog. Hey, I've got his walrus skin on, so it's Winter Wonderland time, and also, I think it's the nicest one. Um, Roadhog looks unsavory, but maybe that's part of his appeal. Uh, he is Junkrat's silent cohort. He doesn't talk a lot, but he does talk. Um, and he has a lot of drama surrounding his hook, one of his main abilities, which we will definitely get into. Too long didn't read. Um, you can keep him default. It doesn't matter. Uh, if you're sort of going with the theme that I've established, though, since the hook is an attack, we would put that on L1 left bumper, and we would put healing on L1 left bumper because we typically put supports on the left side and attacks on the right side because there's so many heroes. If we don't have them memorized, we're not sure. It's like, oh, I just need an attack. Hit something on the right side. That's sort of what we got going with it. That being said, let's talk about his abilities now. First, we have a scrap gun. It is a widespread projectile shotgun. So widespread. It does one and a third to 6 damage per pellet, uh, which leads to 66 and 2/3 or 150 damage per shot. It will also headshot, and it takes a 1.5 seconds to reload. So it will not take out heroes with body shots in 1 hit. It will in 2 hits. Or if you happen to get a headshot, you can get it on a headshot. Beep. There we go. Next, on L2 / left trigger is his secondary fire for scrap gun. He fires an area of effect detonating ball. It goes out 9 meters and then detonates. I would like to hit somebody. It's supposed to be great for crowds. I was practicing with it in the range here and sort of couldn't figure out its purpose. You can hit people directly with it, but it does not do as much damage as the primary fire does, but all your shots are more concentrated. But it'll go out 9 meters and explode. If you hit them before it explodes, not quite sure what the damage is. Let me see here. Next we have Take a Breather. Roadhog will sort of put this can up to his face mask, and his normal thing, in his normal outfit, he actually just wears a gas mask all the time. So he puts some sort of weird chemicals up to his gas mask and injects them in, and he like huffs them. And it heals him. For the walrus, oh, I don't see where he threw it. For the walrus skin, it's actually tuna. He actually puts tuna up there and he like huffs tuna. While you're taking a breather, take a breather, right? Before it used to be that it would stop you and you would just be frozen in place and you would have to take it right there. But now you can actually move during it, and you will get 50% damage reduction for the time it takes you to do that, which is 2 seconds total. It's on an 8-second cooldown. Let's talk about his chain hook now. This is the thing that really defines Roadhog and his kit. When somebody says, I'll go Roadhog, what they really mean to say is, I'm going to do the dude with the chain. The chain will extend 20 meters. It does 30 damage on a connection. And it's on an 8-second cooldown. It used to be that there were lots of people playing Roadhog because he had this one-shot combo every 8 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever. They've messed with the hook so many times by now. I don't know all the iterations, but what it used to be is he would do the chain hook, and then he would just one-shot them. But now you can't do that. You can if it's on a body shot. or sorry, on a headshot. So if you hook somebody and then make sure you're aiming for the head and bink and you get them, then you can. But otherwise, for like this weird flanking tank, he would like go around, he would flank things, and then he would just one-shot everybody. Because when you hook somebody, it stops them, it paralyzes them for the duration of the chain. You can also use it to move people too. So see how I'm near this really convenient cliff? I can hook, and once I know I've got them hooked, I can just turn and it will put them in front of me. And so I can hook and then do like this, and it will drop them just about right in front of me, and then they will go down. Lastly, we have his ultimate called Whole Hog. Whole Hog, he puts this big thing in his gun and like all this scrap, and he just like does like he does this crank, and it will just shoot bullets forever for 6 seconds. It will do 5,000 damage over the duration of the ult, and it will also push targets. Just like that. So see, I hadn't even killed that guy. So there you go. It will definitely kill you if you're not careful, but if you're able to dodge it or be at range or be far enough away from it, it won't necessarily kill you, but still push you, particularly tanks. So that is it for Roadhog's kit. You really don't need to do much. He's in a good spot. Whether you have your chain on left, so you would do left to chain and then shoot once they come in, or right to chain and then left to shoot. It's a matter of preference, but that's really the only thing I'm swapping. It's more or less if you don't play. It's more or less for if you don't play Roadhog, with the exception of like mystery heroes, and you're like, oh, it's so confusing whenever I've got them, etc. You can do that. You could also, because I don't like his secondary fire, and I am sure there are Roadhog mains who will disagree with me, and they should. In theory, you could relegate his secondary fire if you find that it doesn't do much to something like X, and then put jump on the left trigger, so that way you can be a more mobile tank. Although you are gigantic with a gigantic hitbox, so whatever, you know. Anyway, that's it for Roadhog. Thank you for watching, and have fun out there.